Hi students, it is the third day of sixth lesson of science first, refraction of light. Within this lesson, one more concept we are going to learn today. The name of that concept is partial and total internal reflection. See, it is not a general reflection. It is internal and internal within internal, little partial and total. Like this, three points we are going to get covered within this lecture. See, what is meant by internal reflection? What is the condition necessary for internal reflection? Light should travel from optically denser medium to optically rarer medium. One example we are considering here. See, these two mediums are there. Within that one, this medium is a air medium and this one is a water medium. Totally, this is filled with the water. And above the water, what is that? Air is there. When we compare both the mediums, which one is the denser? As compared to air, water is denser, and as compared to water, air is denser medium. So condition fulfilled. What is first condition? Rays should travel from optically denser medium to optically rarer medium. For example, the first thing we are going to discuss here. See, this is one ray. Here below, at the bottom of water, one object is there. First light should travel within the water, it get fall on that object and from that object it is reflecting. But this ray is incident ray for us. This is the first incident ray we are observing. At the boundary here, this is the point of incidence. From the point of incidence, medium get changed. That means this ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. So definitely as a rule of refraction, definitely refraction will be there. That means change in the medium, both mediums are transparent medium. But see here, refractive index of water is little higher than the air. When next medium's refractive index increases, ray bends towards normal. But when refractive index of second medium is little less than the first, then the ray move towards normal, not now. It will move away from the normal. That means the ray should go straight, but without going straight, this ray is bending away from the normal. Yes, this is the refraction. But see, at the same time, there is little reflection. What can many rays are refracting here, but some rays are turning back. Some rays are turning back or turns back within the denser medium, following the rule of reflection. What are the rule of reflection? Yes, first rule: normal, ray of incidence, ray of reflection lie in same plane. That means all are in same plane. That means reflection we should draw here. Second rule: in ray of incidence and ray of reflection, they are on the opposite side of normal and making equal angle. That means I should be equal to R. So shall we draw like this one? See, this one is an angle of incidence, this one is an angle of refraction, and now we are getting again little reflection. This is angle R, but both angles are R. So we are considering this angle is R1 angle and this angle is R2. What is I? I is the angle of incidence. What is R1? R1 is the angle of reflection. And what is R2? R2 is the angle of refraction. So what happened here? When rays are traveling from optically denser medium to optically rarer medium, along with the refraction, little reflections also there. Some rays are turned back in the denser medium, and so this little reflection, that means all lights are not reflecting. Some light is reflecting, so it is partial, not a total. So this phenomenon is called as partial internal reflection. Once again, see here. What is meant by partial internal reflection? When light enters in rarer medium from denser medium, that means denser to rarer or rarer from denser, a part of light, not a total light, little part of light comes back into denser medium. Here comes back in water medium, that is denser one, into denser medium as per the law of reflection. Following the rules of reflection, just we have discussed 3 rules, and this is called as partial internal reflection. Everywhere there is a partial internal reflection. Now a little tough point we are going to discuss. What is by total internal reflection? More thing we should discuss here. See, now we are going to discuss many more rays. This is the first ray we are discussing. See, the ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Is there reflection? Yes, little reflection will be there. So rays will little turn back and many rays will go up. Here it is normally perpendicular to the surface. So angle of incidence is 0 degree. Same angle of reflection is also 0 degree. But we have discussed Snell's law. When I is equal to 0, R is equal to also 0. So this R2, which R2? This one. This angle of refraction is also 0 degree. Got the first ray? See now. Again what will happen here? This is a second ray. Suppose this ray is making 50 degree angle of incidence to the surface. So definitely this R1, that means reflection angle or angle of reflection is also without any doubt that is 50 degree. Definitely it should be 50 degree following the rule of reflection. But see here what will happen here. Because of refraction R2, that means angle of refraction is little greater than I. Suppose there is a difference of 15 degree. That means this angle extended or increased by 15 degrees. For example, 15 degrees. See, it is 50 or this incidence angle is 50 degree. Increase it by 15. So this angle should be 65 degree. Got? This is a partial reflection. This one is a refraction. Now this is a third angle we are discussing. Consider this is making an angle of 65 degree. That means this angle is of 65 degree. So what will happen? Definitely rays will bend down, little partial reflection. So this one is a R1. So this one is a 65. So definitely reflection angle is also 65. So this angle should be of 65 degree. So is there refraction or not? Definitely refraction is there. Refraction, it will move away from normal. Now just we have discussed how much is the increase we are getting here. Increase is of 15 degrees. As an example. So add 15 degree this one. 15 plus 65. That is 80 degree we are getting here. That means this angle is of 80 degree. Now just consider this fourth ray. Within the fourth ray, what will happen? The incidence angle is 75 degree. That means this angle is of 75. So are we getting as a rule of partial reflection? Yes, when rays are traveling from optically denser medium to rarer medium, some light will reflect. So here is also we are getting this light here. So following the rule of which degree? That is 75 degree. See, when the rule is of 75 degree, is there reflection or not? Yes, definitely there is a refraction. What is the increase we have considered? Increase is of 15 degree. Add 15 within that one. This is 75 degree because of angle of reflection. And as there is an increase of 75 degree, one thing you should note here, increase it by 75, 75 plus 15, that is 90 degree. Got the point? See, now the ray will travel like this one. That is parallel to surface, it is of 90 degree. Got the point? Now all the important information starts from this point. See, it is an angle of refraction. Angle of refraction is 90 degree. Whatever may be the value of I, for that I, if this R is 90 degree, then the value of that I is considered as a critical angle. What is condition necessary for critical angle? Critical angle is a value of I, that is angle of incidence. For that I, refracting angle or angle of refraction should be 90 degree. So here angle of refraction is 90 degree. But when angle of refraction is 90 degree? When angle of incidence is 75 degree. So 75 degree is considered as a critical angle. And from that critical angle, when there is a formation of critical angle, refracted ray will move parallel to the surface. One more incidence we should discuss now. It is the fifth ray, and within the fifth ray, see what is the incidence angle? 85 degree. So as there is 85 degree, definitely refraction. This is 85, so it should be 85 degree because it's a reflection. But see now what will happen now. Angle of reflection is 85 degree. But see here, add within 85 15 because we have considered increase of 15 degree. If you increase 15 degree here, we are getting here 100 degree. That means the ray which was refracting in air, now it is a 90 degree. So you should bring that down again. So it is a 90 degree, and here we are having. So all the rays are we are getting down now. So before critical angle, many rays were refracting in the air, but after critical angle, if there is a little increase in the critical angle or the incidence angle exceeds critical angle, many rays not, all the rays are coming back into the denser medium. Now partial reflection is not there, now total reflection is there, and that concept is considered as a total internal reflection. So two definitions should be discussed here. See which are this definition. First one, critical angle. What is critical angle? Just I have discussed. For a particular value of I, whatever may be the I values, R should be 90, and if R should be 90 degree, then that I's value is considered as a critical angle. So once again, for a particular value of I means angle of incidence, the value of R, that is angle of refraction, becomes equal to 90 degree, then the value of I for which refracting angle is 90 degree, that value of I is called as critical angle. When total internal reflection will start? If incidence angle exceeds critical angle, then only total internal reflection will start. And that is here, when angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, then the angle of refraction is also more than 90 degree. And then all the rays turns towards the denser medium. Thus all light get reflected back into denser medium. This is called as total internal reflection. But one problem is there, how to find the critical angle, and for that one we are solving an example. See, suppose there are two medium, the first medium and second medium. Light is traveling from optically first medium to optically second medium. Then how we can find the refractive index? Refractive index should be here sine of I divided by sine of R. But we know that when sine of R should be, sine of R is here 90 degree, because whatever may be the value of I, whatever may be, R should be 90 degree and sine 90 degree is equal to 1. So refractive index of this is equal to sine of I. So where like this one we can find the sine of I should be refractive index in such a way we can find the critical angle.